Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here, and we are out in the Colorado wilderness, but today we're going to be talking about, well, Super Earth, and most interestingly, Super Earth has some new models that were leaked, and it looks like we're going to be getting some urban/city warfare. So we're going to go over all of that without further ado. Let's jump into today's topic.
So first off, we're going to start this video with a congratulations to all Helldivers out there. The DSS is now nearing completion. We just got another major order knocked out. There's still some minor stuff to construct with it, along with a fueling before we start doing the test fires. But overall, this is a big win for all the Helldivers, as it looks like we are finally getting some new progression systems to come alongside with this. That being said, for every win we get, well, there's also going to be some losses. Sony recently made a statement that they're not giving up on the PSN account requirement for PC games. Company president says it's necessary so people can play safely in its games, which likely means we're still quite a ways off before we get the review bomb cape, which we've been waiting for some time. That being said, today we're going to be talking about, well, Super Earth, as it's one of the planets that we haven't really got to go to yet, and Asunder actually went ahead and showed some stuff that was in the game files back in February that were then removed, and we're still waiting to come back, but I haven't actually seen these before, nor do I think a lot of other people have, and there is some pretty cool stuff such as the city skyscraper, which lets us know that we might actually be getting some kind of urban warfare in the future. This thing is absolutely massive, and he was able to actually show us some stuff down below as well where we might be interacting. There's this column that says democracy and equality, and also Mons Solar headquarters. I don't know what Mons Solar is yet, nor do I think a lot of other people, but it is interesting to see. Along with that, it has a very special plaque that says Capital Tower of Super Earth, dedicated to the memory of all who gave their lives for our country and to our heroes whom continue to make the ultimate sacrifice to protect our freedom and sacred way of life. Then there is a quote from Hannah, former president of Super Earth, which is going to be pretty interesting because we're going to talk a little bit about presidents and what it might mean when we actually get to Super Earth, because the only thing we've seen so far is a placeholder map that looks to be jungle terrain, which we'll cover, but it also does look like from these files that we are definitely going to be getting an urban combat zone with a president's manor and so much more. There was this other thing he went ahead and shared, this war room briefing, which was also something found in the files, but it's going to be important. It's going to relate to today's video a little bit. As we know, this is the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Super Earth Army, and it says your home is under attack, millions dead, situation room, a lot of stuff going on, but that's actually pretty interesting because we do know that in the very near future, we are going to be having to defend Super Earth. Whether it's because we let the automatons actually crawl all the way to Super Earth, which they almost did, but then because Chaos Divers actually, we're going to let it happen. For whatever reason, Arrowhead said, wait, it's too early, we're not going to go ahead and do that. Instead, this is something that they've definitely put a lot of work into in the near future. We've already talked about on this channel, there is a president's mansion right here that is going to be in the game that we have to defend on Super Earth. We know this because actually Iron Sights did let us know that there is going to be a protect the president objective coming in the game, meaning that we are going to have to protect the president, but it gets even more interesting because it looks like the president is actually going to be someone we select. Iron Sights showed us a bunch of presidential stratagems that are granted upon electing a president. There's medical supplies, SOS, resupply, Patriot exosuit, orbital airburst, orbital Gatling, and Eagle airstrike. They have lower cooldowns, which seems like it's going to be tied into this objective. How we're actually going to go ahead and vote for a president with the game is going to be one of the more interesting things. Maybe we all go ahead and do a poll on our fleet ships, or maybe they give us a major order where two different candidates go ahead and give us two different major orders, and whichever one we complete is the one that we decide wants to be our president. Those would, in my opinion, be the most fun ways to do it. And then once we elect them, we're gonna, have to go ahead and defend them for the president's mansion objective and making sure that it does not get taken over. There's also some other things tied to this president. There's a briefcase objective icon, which clearly looks like a nuke case, or at least in my opinion, it looks like something you would store something very strong and valuable in, and it's likely tied to the president's football objective. I don't have any more information on that other than that is what Iron Sights called it. I would also be interested if this is when the Super Earth Hellbot comes in. There's audio, it's going to be an NPC character, but it would make a lot of sense because it's described as the Super Earth Hellbot, is that it's a companion we get for this objective that we call in. All that being said, let's go ahead and take some more looks at Super Earth and what we can be expecting when that finally comes in. There are some leaked screenshots from some data mined images showcasing a world teeming with life. There is lush foliage textures which hint at a dense forest and vibrant ecosystems, so it does not seem like there will be a ton of urban warfare, at least not to begin with. This is a stark contrast though to the barren wastelands of other planets, but fear not, soldier, for the beauty does seem to hide danger. There is also the new lightly armored recon vehicle which has been leaked for quite some time, and it would be perfect for navigating these treacherous adventurous landscapes while outrunning whatever horrors lurk within. This would be a perfect time to go ahead and release this while we defend our home world. Speaking of horrors, the leaks point towards a terrifying new enemy faction, which would probably come around this time. Data miners have uncovered information about the Illuminate models, and it suggests a more advanced and potentially psychic foe very similar to the first game. The Illuminate would join the ranks of the ever-present cyborg menace known as the automatons, which are more robots, but the Illuminate are cyborgs. I mean, it's kind of a match made in heaven. This, though, would ensure a healthy dose of bullet-dodging mayhem. But that's pretty much everything we know so far on Super Earth, what it looks like, and what it might play like. We're gonna go ahead and play some community clips now. Don't forget to follow me on Thornton Smash on Twitter and submit your own clips if you ever want to see any of your gameplay in the videos. Without further ado, let's roll it.
That's 8.
I need to get there in time so that's only 6.
Oh my god. Oh wait. I was waiting for that. There we go.
Bug hunt, requesting orbital.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Orbital inbound.
Yeah, cook it from all directions. This guy does not deserve it.
Orbital inbound.
Let's run. The beautiful people are floating. Oh, you turd, this cool run. I guess we just leave it. Then each bot will just spawn in.
Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts on Super Earth? Do you think it'll be a good addition to the game? Also, who's throwing snowballs at me? Okay. Also, let me go ahead and know what your guys' thoughts are on what plants you'd like to see in the future. And also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Helldivers 2 on the regular. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. Keep spreading democracy.